Daga nan sai na zama kuma organizing secretary na SDP a state.
And I became the organizing secretary of the party.
Sai daga nan aka kawo kuma wannan jam'iyyu na yanzu.
Then we come to these dispensations and we have these political parties.
Sai na kasance farko na member a PDP.
I became a member of the PDP.
Amma da na zo na duba tsarin PDP ba tsarin da zan kaiwa jama'a na a kauye ci gaba ba.
I noticed that the PDP manifesto does not take care of the need of the people who live in the rural areas.
I'd like to ask Alhaji Galadima Samari to put a stop to it now, and perhaps he can continue when we return to the opening remarks after the two panelists have asked their questions. I shall return to the opening remarks at some point during this debate, but at the moment I'd like to ask Engineer Ogbonna to please refer to the comment he has made about why he wants to be a vice presidential candidate by asking him questions or by making a comment based on what he has already said that you heard.
It is important that somebody who is running for the office of the vice president of this country should be informed and know the problems of Nigerians and should be interested in having solutions to them. So, for a candidate that have been asked why he's running for the office of the vice president, Mr. Galadima, we are here to hear from you what you would do if you are made the vice president of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Alhaji Galadima will have a couple of minutes to respond to Engineer Gabriel Ogbonna's comment, after which we shall return to Prof for his own question.
Baka faɗi me yasa kake neman mukamin mataimakin shugaban Najeriya ba?
Saboda ai da nazo UNPD, manufofin UNPD.
When I came to UNPD, the manifesto of the party,
akwai ci gaban al'umman Najeriya da hada kai.
We designed program for development and unity.
Kuma ni ina kaunan haka da kuma ci gaban mutanen kauye.
I want to see the development of people, and that's why I joined the party.
Shine har na nemi wannan matsayi akan in taimakawa dan takarar president nawa.
This is my main reason that I vie for the office of the vice president, so that I can help the presidential candidate of my party.
Saboda haka dukkan manufar party mu.
Because of the manifesto of the party for development,
da kuma ilimi daga primary har UNIMED free.
With the main aim of seeing development and also the progress in educational system.
Kuma za mu raya kasa tun daga karkara ta zama kamar local government, ta zama kamar state.
We develop the rural areas to the local government, to the state, and also the federal government.
Kuma mu ga ci gaban al'umman Najeriya.
We want to see the transformation of our society,
so
that the masses can be equal to anybody in this country.
Kuma musa law and order ya zama zai aiki akan kowa.
We want to see law and order so that everybody will not live above the law.
Kuma za mu kafa masana.
That's about all we can take from Alhaji Galadima Samari. At this point, I'd like to ask Professor Akinfeleye to go with his question.
Thank you, moderator. The question goes to Engineer Gabriel Ogbonna. Nigerian road users are of the opinion that Nigerian roads are in a deplorable state with potholes, dangerous corners, and the like. What will you do as the vice president of this great country to use and they deserve attention.
For me, I would like to have a visionary grand plan with grand purpose, where the Nigerian roads or cities in all the states of Nigeria have a well thought out integrated interstate highway joining all of them from Abuja to Lokoja, Kogi State, to Enugu State, to Makurdi, Benue State, and all the federations of Nigeria. If we can embark on such a grand vision, Nigeria will be well off because it will equally create employment. By so doing, it will take lesser time for people to get from one place to the other. It took United States under Eisenhower to build the federal interstate highways in the United States. And they are better off for it now, 50 years on, more than 50 years on. So I will do that with the country. Nigeria needs that. Under the National Transformation Party, this country will hand that grand vision and make sure it comes to fruition in a situation where all those things will help for any foreign investor to know exactly where they can, put their industries. And secondly, they know the infrastructure is already there for them to ferry goods and services from one location to the other. Equally, I want us to remember that interstate highway, the benefit cannot be overemphasized. If we build one, we have to maintain one too. The FEMA people, the people that do maintenance in Nigerian roads, need to be encouraged so that they will do little maintenance job on Nigerian roads so as not to let the design road to deteriorate before the design year. Because normally in engineering, if you design a road, you design it for probably 25 years or something above that, and you make sure that it's well maintained so that it will last for the lifespan of the design.
Thank you. Thank you, Engineer Gabriel Ogbonna. I would like Alhaji Galadima Samari to make a few comments towards that issue of roads and maintenance and the deplorable state of roads in Nigeria that has been commented upon by his fellow vice presidential candidate. So it's over to Alhaji Galadima Samari. Please make sure you stay close to the points as has been raised and raise issues as you have heard from him.
Ka yi takaitaccen bayani kan abin da abokin muhawara ka yi kan lalacewa hanyoyi da kuma yadda za a gyara hanyoyi domin ci gaban ƙasa.
To, mu mafi yawa waɗannan abubuwa, party mu ta tsara ta cikin manifesto nashi.
Our party has designed in the manifesto how to tackle the issue of roads.
Saboda farko za mu gyara hanyar jirgin kasa.
We are going to revitalize the railway system.
Da kuma tsarin jirgin ruwa.
And we are going to improve the water transportation system.
Don ya samarwa jama'a saukin jigilan kayayyakin su kasuwoyi.
So that people can move easily with their goods.
Da kuma hanyoyin kasa su samu saukin rudewa da cikewa.
So that the roads will not be congested with a lot of vehicles.
Da kuma kasashen waje waɗanda za su kasance su yi harkoki da Nigeria su zamanto a cikin sauki kayansu zai isa inda su.
So that interaction and transportation between Nigeria and other countries will be easily done.
Saboda haka UNPD ya riga ya tausaya wa al'umman Nigeria.
UNPD has reason, or I have seen the suffering of the people of Nigeria, and that is why we include this in our manifesto.
Saboda haka ba ma yadda wani ɗan Najeriya wani ya fi wani a cikin tsarin UNPD. Saboda haka za mu tashi mu yi aiki
We will
tsakaninmu
not
da Allah.
agree that we will see the people of our country to suffer, and that's why UNPD has gone far to include this issue in our manifesto.
Saboda haka a maganar
I'd like to stop Alhaji Galadima Samari there, and I'd like to call on vice presidential candidates to note that the points that have been raised by their fellow vice presidential candidates should be raised. If there are issues that you heard that you want to agree or disagree with in the points that they have made, it's important to stick with the rules of the debate. Therefore, if Engineer Ogbonna has said something that his party is going to do that you are not quite happy with, you should be able to say so, or to say that your party does not agree with that direction and this is what you are going to do, rather than repeat what you are going to do in your own party. In the meantime, I would like to invite Ijeoma to please take her question.
Okay, this question is for Alhaji Galadima Samari of the UNPD. Corruption is widespread in the Nigerian economy, both in the private and public sector, and it is one of major obstacles to national development. What would you do as a vice president do to strengthen institutions to stem corruption in the country?
Cin hanci da rashawa ya yi katutu a tsakanin al'ummar Najeriya. A matsayinka na mai neman mukamin mataimakin shugaban ƙasa, ya za a yi ku ƙara inganta hanyoyin da ake bi na yaƙi da cin hanci da rashawa?
Cin hanci da rashawa yana zuwa ga rashin tsarin gwamnati akan economic na dukiyarsa.
Corruption is as a result of mismanagement of the economy.
Kuma ya zamanto albashi isheshe ga ma'aikata.
And the civil servants are not getting enough salary.
Ya zamanto a samo ma matasa aikin yi.
We have to look at ways to give our teeming youth employment.
Musoma daga kauyuka zuwa local government zuwa state har zuwa cikin jihar tarayya.
From villages to local government, state and federal government, we want to ensure that we give employment to our teeming youth.
A matsayina kuma na vice president in tabbatar wannan abu yana isa ga waɗannan.
In my capacity as a vice president, I want to ensure that wealth is distributed equitably.
Saboda haka UNPD
It is for this reason UNPD
ya nuna mana za mu yi bautawa talakawa ne ba talakawa za su bauta mana ba.
will want to state here that we are going to serve people, not people serving us.
Shine tsarin jam'iyyar.
This is the stand of our party.
Saboda haka mu ga ayyukan ci gaban Najeriya muna shirye, muna roƙon jama'a su ba mu goyon baya.
Our main aim to see the transformation of Nigeria, and we urge people to give us their votes.
Shine tsarin mu kan UNPD.
This is our stand in our party, UNPD.
Saboda haka ba ma barci, ba za mu yi lalaci ba ga ganin ci gaban Najeriya ko ta wani hanya.
We will not relent in our effort to see the development of Nigeria.
Shine dalilin da ma UNPD ya tashi ga roƙon al'ummar Najeriya su tabbatar mana da wannan kwazo mu ci zabe.
That's why we pray every night and day to see that people give us the mandate so that we actualize this dream.
Mu kuma mu cika musu alkawari tsakaninmu da
We
Allah.
fulfill the promise to the best of our ability.
Saboda haka muna roƙon jama'a su saurari manufarmu.
We urge people to look at our manifesto and our intentions.
Tausayin wahalarsu da famusu ya kai mu.
That's all we can take from Alhaji Galadima Samari. I'd like to ask the vice presidential candidate of NTP, Engineer Gabriel Ogbonna, to have his 2 minutes rebuttal on the issue of corruption at this time, as his vice presidential candidate colleague has spoken.
It's interesting because corruption is very, very bad for any country. I'm happy you raised this question because value is the reason I belong to National Transformation Party. It's a party of value. And in our party, one of the core values of our party is integrity, human dignity, nationalism, and excellence. You see, my co-debater just said that it's the cost of the economy. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. Corruption is part of Nigeria's problem. Everybody knows that. Now he's talking about giving youth, employing them so as to stop corruption. Where is the money if you allow all those in charge to loot our national treasury? Value is very important because it is what has brought Nigeria to where it was when we had a middle-class population in this country, and then came the corruption. Now we don't know what to do. Leave National Transformation Party, take them, make them to be the ruling party, and that problem will be solved because we are people of common value and people who believe in integrity, human dignity, nationalism, and excellence.
Thank you very much indeed. I would like at this point to remind members of the audience that they are non-participatory. While Professor Akinfeleye has the next question, I would like to take us back just a little by asking the vice presidential candidates of both political parties that are here at this debate this evening to have their general opening comments at this time. And I would like to start with Alhaji Galadima Samari of UNPD. Opening comments, away from the questions at hand, just your general opening comments at this time.
Ka yi shimfiɗa na abin da ya sa kake wannan wuri. Why I came here is one of the reasons why I joined politics.
Ko ta ina, ko dare ko rana, ina tsaye akan yaya zan ga mutanen Najeriya sun fahimci abin da nake nema su ci gaba su ji daɗin rayuwarsu a Najeriya kamar kowa duniya.
My passion is to see how Nigerians can be able to live peacefully and also to have good life without any problem.
Zan tuna ma abokin magana na.
I would like to intimate my co-debater.
Ni tsofon ɗan siyasa ne kuma duk abin da aka yi a duniya.
That I'm an old guard in politics.
Malaysia a Nigeria ya karbi irin coffee.
Nigeria received the cocoa seed.
Nigeria yana da arzikin da kowane local government, kowane state, kowane kauye yana da abun da zai kawo ci gaban mutanen wuri.
Nigeria has enormous resources from local government, states that can transform